So my name is Cassie, and I'm the director here at Hope Village. I do H&I, which is known for hospitals and institutes in Florence. You go around and you speak to different treatment centers, men and women both. I'm also in recovery. I'm almost 4 years sober, and I spent about a decade in addiction. I went to this treatment center one night, and I regularly go there like twice a month and speak to the girls there. It's a place for women and their children to go to. There was this girl that came up to me, and we sat at a table, and I had not yet ever encountered somebody coming from a life that we come from, being so desperate. I'm gonna probably cry. But it was such a moment of desperation, and she was just all but begging for help. You could see it in her eyes, you could hear it in her voice, and she had no idea what she was gonna do or where she was gonna go after she got done with treatment.
Having struggled with drug addiction since I was 11 years old, I quit school at 16. I got my GED, started college a couple of times, ended up dropping out. I never thought that there was an end game. I couldn't see a future, and by the time it had progressed, I felt like that my best days were behind me. Even if I did go to school, would I be good at it? And honestly, the biggest thing was fear. I felt that if I put everything on the line, everything I had into something, put it all out there, and still wasn't good enough, then I could continue to just be a screw up. You know what I mean? As long as I was messing up, nobody expected any different from me.
I started the process of trying to get her into Hope Village, to get her here. You have to be 90 days sober before you come in Hope Village.
I knew that I had an option of coming to the tiny homes. I had to be clean a certain amount of time, which at that time was almost impossible to even think about putting 90 days sober together consecutively. What I was going to do when I got here, how was I going to work, was I going to be able to get my kid back? But getting here and having a domicile that was mine, the security that goes along with it, being able to lay my head down in a bed, not have to worry about where I was going to shower, what I was going to eat, where I was going to sleep, was probably one of the best things that I've felt in a long time. The first treatment center I went to, Cassie was doing outreach, and she came and told her story, and I identified with it so much. And I pulled her to the side afterwards, and I was like, can you help me? And I had never asked for help before. I told her I didn't know how. I wanted to be different. I didn't know how to change. I just knew that I wanted to have a life, and I wanted to do something different. And whatever that took, I was willing to do. She worked with me from day one. She was always on my side. She helped me get the application for here. She helped me get the interview with Miss Wanda. I remember when I first came into treatment, I struggled with my faith a lot. DSS had my daughter. She was going up for adoption. They were done messing with me. I stayed strung out too much. And I remember telling God, if you'll just help me, I'll do the rest of it myself, but I just need a little bit of help. And from the time I did that, the doors started opening for me. The treatment center let me in that really didn't want to. My insurance ended, and I had to leave early before I could move here. And instead of having to go to the shelter, another treatment center accepted me, and they worked with the House of Hope one-on-one. I moved straight from that treatment center to this one. My caseworker was waiting on me to get here. They did the home check. Within like a few days of me being here, I got my daughter for the first time in a year and a half by myself, and unsupervised. And by that next month, I had her with me full time. It's been an amazing journey, but it's been difficult. And if I were to sit here and say that it's been easy, I would be lying. It took a little bit of faith and a lot of work to get here, and I had to learn to rebuild some things, and I had to learn to be okay with some things. I had to learn to accept some things, but I guess at the end of it, my faith is stronger not only in God but in people, where it used to not be. And I work every day trying to help people see exactly what it is that is out there for them. I think that's the best part of it.